How's everybody doing? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yay. All right. So we have one video on our discussion board. That's it. And they're all due tonight. So, and your response post. So I don't know what's going on, but I hope people get their videos up soon. Everybody knows which problem they're supposed to do. Oh, now we have more videos up. Amanda has hers up. Amanda and Valerie have theirs up. All right, so while we are waiting for people, I will have you do a warm up. So read through these first two. You don't have to solve them. You can if you want, but I want you to think about, are these permutations or combinations? Can you guys see my screen? Yes? Okay. All right. So let's put the answer to just the first one in the chat. So 7 sprinters have made it to the Olympic finals in the 100-meter race. In how many different ways can the gold, silver, and bronze medals be awarded? Now, remember, I don't want you to answer the question. I just want you to tell me permutation or combination. That's all I want you to tell me, permutation or combination. Okay? just to that first one about the sprinters. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I think everybody agrees that it's a permutation. Why is it a permutation? Somebody explain how you know it's a permutation.
It's a permutation because the order matters. So you can do gold, silver, and bronze. So a permutation is when the order matters. A combination is when the order doesn't matter.
Excellent. Good job, Amanda. And I'm pretty sure you care whether you get gold, silver, or bronze, right? You are happy that you medaled, but I think that it wouldn't be the same if you got a gold medal compared to if you got the bronze medal, right? So good job. All right. The second one, the Arizona Lottery has a game called the Pick. You choose 6 numbers out of the numbers 1 through 44. If you match all 6 numbers, you win the jackpot. Now this one says, what is the probability you will win the jackpot? Again, I don't want you to solve that. You could, but I want you to think, is this a permutation or a combination? So get that ready in the chat. And 3, 2, 1, go. I didn't see any chat. Oh, thanks, Aaron. He put it out there. Very nice. And then the stream starts. Some of you are probably still typing combination, right? All right, it is a combination. How do you know it's a combination?
Because the order doesn't matter.
Like, what do you mean order doesn't matter? Because a lot of people say that, but they don't really understand what that means. I agree with you. Order doesn't matter.
Well, specifically like the numbers of the order, like the order of the numbers. It doesn't
Yes.
matter.
Keep going. You're doing good.
Well, that's all I have to say.
Oh, okay,
I just
good.
know the
didn't
order
expect you to
doesn't
really-
matter if it's a combination.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if number 5 gets picked first or third. As long as number 5 gets picked and it's one of the winning numbers, you're okay. So good. So permutation was the first one. Combination was the second one. So remember, we have those calculators. I like Desmo's calculator the best, even better than the one we made. And remember the difference between combinations and permutations. This is all what we went over yesterday. Some of you might be confused on permutations versus combinations. These are some PowerPoints that may help you. So after class, these will be available in the slides. So you don't have to watch them. It's just if you need that extra help. Okay. So before we do that, does anyone have a shirt to share today? It's T-shirt Tuesday. I almost forgot. But that's why you can only see this much of me, because I have a new shirt and then I'll move it up. Anyone? No? All right, so you can see mine then. Some of you have probably seen this one before. It says math is easy, find X. And the person just circled it and said, it's right here. I don't know why that's hard, right? So funny, this is a Pythagorean theorem problem, which we won't get to, but you've learned the Pythagorean theorem before. So fun times. All right, anyone have anything else to share? Tacos, it is Tuesday, right? Is anyone having tacos for dinner? I'm probably gonna have salad and go. That's what I suspect. Anyone like salad and go? Love that place. AJ is a no on Salad and Go. That's so sad. Anyone like their tea there? They have lots of people really like their tea. They have great stuff there. Okay. So we're going to have you do your practice problems. We didn't start these yesterday, but you're going to do them. So I'm going to share this in the chat. So you have these practice problems. Just want to make sure I share the right practice problems because I had PC6 instead of PC7 up. All right, so here's what you will work on right now, and we can look at the first one together so you can see it. I think I have it right here. There we go. It should look like this. So notice there are 6 questions here. We're going to start number 1. At a baby shower, 17 guests are in attendance, and 5 of them are randomly selected to receive a door prize. If all 5 prizes are identical, in how many ways can the prizes be awarded? Assume no one can receive more than 1 prize, and suppose a person is chosen at random. So it wants how many ways can the prizes be awarded? So think through that and get your answer ready in the chat. Remember, on the test, you have to show your work. So think about how you're going to show your work. I'll give you about a minute to think about that problem, and then we'll talk about it. All right, how many of you have an answer? Okay, a few of you have an answer. Some of you don't have an answer yet. So let's start. Those of you that didn't have an answer yet, I'm going to ask you some questions. So if you have an answer, that's totally fine. Just wait just a second. So those of you that didn't have an answer, the first thing you want to make sure you know is it a combination or a permutation? And how do you know? So someone who doesn't have an answer, Is it a permutation or a combination, and how do you know?
A permutation.
Malachi, why do you say it's a permutation?
They can't get more than one prize.
That's true. They can't get more than one prize. In a permutation or a combination, are you allowed to repeat in either one, a combination or a permutation? AJ's shaking his head no. AJ's saying, nope, you're not allowed to repeat in either one. So that's not what's going to determine whether it's a combination or a permutation. Ashley sent a message that said, oh, actually, I sent a message to Ashley. I was like, wow, that sounds exactly like me. That's very funny. So anyone else know how you can tell if it's a permutation or a combination? Amari, Jende, Aaron, Yesenia?
I'm not sure if this is right, but I just assumed that since it doesn't really matter what order those 5 get the prize, that's what made a combination.
Yeah, since all the prizes are exactly the same, it doesn't matter if your name gets picked first or if your name gets picked fifth, you still get the same prize. That's the key here. So when it says that the prizes are identical, that's when you know the order doesn't matter. Okay, so this is going to be a combination. Now, how do I do a combination problem? How many things am I picking, Amari? 5, very nice. So I'm going to draw 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember the difference between a permutation and a combination. With a permutation, we just have the things on the top, right? We don't have to divide. But in a combination, we have to divide. And the reason we have to divide is we have to get rid of those duplicates, right? So we have to get rid of the order mattering. So in a combination, we're going to have denominators here. So if we're choosing 5 things, we need to know how many are we picking out of. So on this first spot right here in the numerator, what number would I put right there?
17.
Very nice, Jende, 17, because there are 17 guests. Okay, now, how many total people am I picking? I'm picking 5 of them. Yep, thanks, Valerie. So under this first one, I'm going to divide by 5 because I'm picking 5 and I haven't picked any yet. Okay. Then once I've picked a person can't win another prize. So the next fraction is going to say 16. And I've already picked one person, so my denominator is going to change to a 4. I bet you can fill in the rest of the blanks. So if it was a permutation, it would be just the numerator. So if the prizes were different, we would just use 17 times 16 times 15 times 14 times 13. But since it's a combination, because the order doesn't matter, we have to divide by 5 times 4 times 3 times 2. 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. There you go. Okay. Could I use the combination formula? Yeah, I could do combination 17, choose 5. So now do that on your calculators and then get it ready in the chat, but don't hit enter yet. I want to make sure everybody can use either the calculator or, just multiplying or the combination formula. All right, let's get it ready in the chat. 3, 2, 1. Go. Very nice. 6,188 ways. And remember, if you're doing the calculator like this, the app one, you would just put in 17 and 5, and then you'd hit solve. And there's where we get that 6,188. Remember, if you thought it was a permutation, your number is much, much bigger. It's 742,560. You can also use Desmos. So if we go function, NCR, and then we go back to main, 17, 5, we still get that same 6,188. Or if we just used our calculator, we could do 17 times 16 times 15 times 14 times 13 over 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. You still get 6,188. The hard part is realizing that it's a combination and making sure you know how to do that on your calculators or by hand. Okay. Any questions on that one? All right, so I'm putting you in breakout rooms to work on the rest. When you finish, call me in, and or if you need help, and I'll check those. If you finish early, you should work on your review, especially your review video. So I saw that Amanda and Valerie both have their videos up. Good job. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be popping in to help you. Jende, are you able to join your breakout room? All right, are we all back? Almost. Okay, so let's talk about this. These were difficult questions. Remember, the further along we get in the unit, the harder they become, right? Usually the beginning of the unit, they're pretty easy, and then towards the end of the unit, they get much more complicated. And that's because you know more things, so they can put more pieces together for you. Like on these problems, you didn't just have to think, is it a permutation or a combination? You had to go, oh, wait, do we have, you know, it's probability, so how many successes do I have, and things like that. So this was a little bit trickier. Okay, so the last two problems were pretty challenging, right? Those were similar to the problem we did yesterday with the lottery question. And I think a couple people figured it out. I will post my key to this after class, But if we do this one, the bottom one, remember our total probability is going to be C 48, choose 6, because there's 48 numbers and we're choosing 6 of them. Now my numerator is going to be how many we choose right times how many we choose wrong. So in this case, it said 5 of the 6 numbers match. So there's 6 numbers total. We're choosing 5 of them correctly. Then we're going to multiply that by, well, if there's 48 total numbers and 6 of them are wrong, then 6 of them are right, then 42 are wrong, and we're choosing 1 of them. And you can put these in your Desmos calculator and it'll even simplify the fraction for you, okay? On my key that I post, I have the simplified fraction and the scientific notation. And remember, I made it so you don't have to worry about it on the test. It should work out so none of them are in scientific notation, okay? All right, so there's a couple things we need to talk about. Let's talk about, so I'll post this, which has the key linked right here with all my work on it, so you can ask questions about it. Don't forget you have your PC7 more practice that's due tonight. You have your probability video review discussion board due tonight. So you have to post your video and comment to 2 other videos. If you have a different answer than the person who posted it, please tell them. I'm going to be moderating that too, and I'm going to say, this is what I got. So, and you'll see the review key tomorrow, okay? You have an optional quizzes probability review, and you should study for the quiz. Now, I do have to tell you some news. Some of you might not like it. Some of you might like it. So I am not going to be in class tomorrow or Thursday. We will not have live online class. Everybody understand? We will not have live online class tomorrow or Thursday. So I have put together what you should be doing, and it's not open yet. It will be after class today, of what you should do on those days. So all we had left was a review and your quiz, and then we're ready to start the next unit. I'm going to share my screen so you can see. This will be published after class. So it says we won't be having live online class on Wednesday the 14th or Thursday the 15th. Here's what you need to do on those days and throughout the weekend before we resume live online class on Monday. So Wednesday, you're going to complete your info on taking the probability quiz part 2. You should complete your review packet if you haven't done it, not just your question, but the whole packet. And I recommend you do it without your notes or any resources besides the probability formula sheet and a calculator. Skip any questions you don't know how to do and time yourself so you can see if you have enough time to complete it.
Oops.
After 60 minutes, see how much you finished. That'll let you know how much studying you still need to do. Okay? Then you can complete the questions with whatever notes that are necessary. And this would be a great time for you to review the video discussion board and check all the questions on your review packet with the key. Then you should practice more problems that are similar to the ones you struggled with and complete your quizzes review activity. That's a lot to do tomorrow. So thank goodness we don't have class because you have all those things to do. Then Thursday and Friday, you have to take your probability part 2 quiz. Before you get started, make sure your computer's fully charged. I have very strange things that happen with my students. Have your phone put away in silence. Have your blank paper ready, your pencil, your calculator, your highlighter all ready. You can even have like number 1 written on it and hold it up to the camera. So I know there's nothing there, but you're all ready to take it. Within 15 minutes of finishing, you need to upload your work. If you do not upload your work, I will change your grade to a 0. So some of you have not been uploading your work. So do not let that happen to you. Okay, I need to see your work. Then between Friday and Sunday, make sure you read your updates and announcements for the week. You complete your finance vehicle project, parts 1 through 3. That's something new we haven't talked about. You can read the directions. Let me know if you have any questions. You also have a reading quiz and a mini lesson. And I note that this is a lot of work and it should be done in several sittings so you understand the material. I will still be available by email to answer your questions that you have. I have regular office hours Wednesday morning and Wednesday evening, but I will not have any office hours on Thursday. So no office hours from 8 to 8:50 on Thursday. And then I'll see you in class on Monday. Questions? Nobody has any questions? I just gave you all that info and nobody has any questions? That's shocking. All right. I'm putting your exit ticket in the chat. And you should be able to finish it. On this exit ticket, I only want a fraction, a simplified fraction. So I'm going to recommend Desmos. That's the easiest one to use. Okay, I'll still be here if you have any questions. Remember, no live online class tomorrow or Thursday. So I won't see you again till Monday, except for I'll be watching your probability review videos. And I also have office hours tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening if you have any questions. Otherwise, have a great weekend. That sounds weird on Tuesday. I won't see you till next Monday.
I had a question. I think that I went on Valerie's and fixed it, but I just wanted to make sure, or like I put a new answer on my comment. It would just
Oh,
be
okay.
2/6 plus 3/6 minus 1/6, and then you would get 4/6, and then 2/3.
Perfect.
Okay, cool.
That's perfect. Yep.
Just wanted to make sure. Okay, thank you.
Excellent. Yep. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Oh, no, I won't see you tomorrow. That was a lie. Maybe in office hours.
All right, bye.
See ya.